Guys, this is Grimlok 24, back once again with another monster video. This time I will be hunting an Agnaktor, which is yet another volcano monster, so bring your cold drinks for this. Let's head out towards him. He is always in the hot rooms in the north, so there's no chance of him coming down in one of these rooms that doesn't require a cold drink. So you will absolutely need to bring plenty of those. Always make sure to keep 5 of them on hand for a request. You will usually find Agnaktor in this room up here to the north. I believe it's 7. He always starts in here. He's usually over in the lava across the room here. You can see his top fin here. Agnaktor is another one of these kind of serpent-type monsters, though you never fight him underwater, so while he shares a lot of the moves that the serpent monsters have on land, you will not actually have to worry about fighting him on water. As you can see, he's kind of covered in like a molten armor type of thing, and he likes to dig underground here, so you'll want to make sure you're always sheathed when he's dug underground, because he's got a lot of different moves that he'll do that he attacks you with when he's underground like that. Agnaktor is another one of those really annoying, really fast, just wily monsters to fight, so if you're fighting him for the first time, expect to get a little frustrated pretty often, because he's got a lot of frustrating moves, honestly. So he's got this lava armor that I was mentioning. It's actually got a few different components to it where if he's above ground for very long at all, you will notice it start to turn dark and then black. Once it's turned black, that means that it's hardened. See, it's starting to do that now. And now that it's hardened, I'll actually be bouncing off of him, and he'll be taking reduced damage from that. So there's not a whole lot you can do as a result of that. If you happen to have like fencing or mind's eye or whatever, or if you're using weapons that have attacks that go through bouncing, then that's good. That's why I use a switch axe or hammer on him. I use a switch axe if I'm fighting him solo usually, but I'll often use a hammer if I have someone with me, and the reason for that is his tail can be cut off, so obviously hammers can't cut his tail off, so if I'm by myself, then I'll use a switch axe so that I can cover the whole being able to hit through his armor, but then also be able to cut off his tail. So this move right here is really easy to dodge. He actually does it pretty often, and it's a great opportunity to hit him in the face, either during or after. I like to wait until after, because you can still get a little bit too close and get caught by that beam. So I'll wait till after, and hopefully he'll do it again, because what he does is he shoots that beam for a while, and then when he finishes shooting it, he'll kind of raise his head a little bit, so you want to make sure not to time it so that you attack right as his head's raised, but then right as it comes down. So this move right here he did, you saw he went into the ground, and then the screen will shake a lot, and when you see that, that's how you know that he's going to do this attack. What you want to do is really look for where he's going to come up after he comes out, and just start running towards him, but not in front of him, because he shoots out that beam, but he kind of shoots it downwards and then pulls backwards and shoots it straight ahead, and then he brings it in a circle. So you want to run in towards him, but kind of from the side. Sometimes he'll just be too far away for it, so you'll have to do like a panic dive to get through the beam without getting hit, because it's got a pretty huge range. So yeah, another move to look out for, which he did earlier while I was talking, this move right here, this move, you want to make sure that you're kind of running to the side. If you're running to the side, usually he won't be able to get you with it. So for things to break on him, he's actually got a whole lot of them. This lava armor, he has pretty much every glowing part of him you see is able to be broken. So that includes his beak, you break the armor on his beak, and you'll be done with that. You can break the lava on his tail, and it'll just take the lava off of it, but then you can also keep attacking his tail and cut a large portion of it off. You can break the lava on each of his claws, and they each break separately, and that's actually kind of important because you have to break each of them to get a certain item from him at the end of the fight, which is Agnaktor Claw. So if you're trying to get those, you'll have to make sure that you break each of these individually, which can be kind of a pain sometimes, but it's not too bad. His chest right there, you can break that as well. And then his back here, you can break the lava off of that. So there's a lot to do in this fight if you're trying to break everything. There was his face. He was kind enough to position himself so that I was able to hit it. And there goes the lava on his tail. So now it's only going to take a few more hits to cut off. As you can see, once again, his armor has hardened, and the way that will become unhardened again is either from him digging down into the ground or walking into the lava like that. As you can see, it heated back up and makes him not hard again. So from here, he will either go to the eastern room or to the northern room, which I believe is, 5 or 8. Oftentimes he'll come into this room first from 7, but not every time, so since he's not in here, we'll just check in to the north and 8. And there he is. So I'm just going to continue trying to break his legs, cut his tail off. Breaking the lava armor on his back isn't such a big deal. I don't think it'll give you access to any extra items. It's not really a weak point. See there, it only took like 3 more hits after breaking the armor on his tail to cut it off, so it's not too hard to do. This move right here is a really difficult one to dodge because he'll adjust himself. He'll move backwards, and you kind of easily see when he's going to do it because he does like a little backwards shimmy, but he adjusts himself just as much as you are running. So if you're sprinting to the side, if you keep sprinting in that direction, he will adjust himself enough to cut you off in the direction you're sprinting. So usually what I'll do is I'll sprint in one direction, but then as he starts to move forward, I'll turn around and roll back in the other direction. And usually that's pretty good for not getting hit by him. Alright, there goes another one of his claws. You can pretty easily see when they've been broken because just all that lava armor is no longer on it. Another move worth mentioning is just alright, see here, he's doing this slide again, so I'm moving in one direction, but now that he starts sliding forward, I turn around and move in the other direction. There he does it again. He definitely likes to do it. Some other moves that you've already seen, but I haven't mentioned yet, are his kind of where he'll slam his beak into the ground, like that one right there. That one's kind of hard to tell when he's going to do it, because it's extremely fast. If you're really anywhere close to him, in front of him, he will probably hit you with it, even if you know that it's coming. It's just such a fast attack, and it has so much range. But if you see him kind of like move backwards really quick, just a little bit, then start trying to move out of the way, because that usually signifies that he's going to do that real quick beak attack. And then he's got another one where he'll slam his beak into the ground 4 times in a row and move forward with it. Hopefully he'll do it again so I can point it out. That one is actually a really good opportunity to hit him on his claws some, because if you get to the side of him, then he probably won't hit you. So this is the room where he eats. Alright, looks like I've gotten all of his claws, so now I'm going to start working on his chest, and this is actually his weak point here, his chest. See, now I've broken that glowing portion there. So at this point I've broken everything except for the armor on his back. I usually don't really worry about breaking it, though if you just keep on attacking him like normal, oftentimes you'll break it either way. It's just how it works. That's another attack that a lot of the serpent monsters have. You should be used to it at this point. It's not too hard to get out of the way of. Okay, so now he's left the room, so I'm going to check over in this western room first, and in the northern room if he's not there. It's pretty easy to get between these rooms. Okay, so he's not in here, so I'll just go back into this room, and the other doorway is really close. You also don't want to run into geysers like that, but sometimes it's unavoidable. Alright, so you see the room is shaking, so you want to be looking around for where he's going to come up. Come over to the side here, and get right in underneath him and get some good damage on him. If you do enough damage, you can knock him on his side like that. There goes the armor on his back. See, just from fighting him like normal, I was able to break it off, so it's usually something that'll just happen on its own. So now he's limping, and he rests in the northernmost room, which I believe is 10. He'll go straight there. You won't see him in room 9. Okay. So, he will be sleeping. Usually, he will be sleeping by the time you get here, so you don't have to wait much, just since you have to run through 9. And there we go. So, that should give a pretty good idea of this fight. It's very annoying, but once you see all the moves and get used to them, it's not too difficult at all. But yeah, that's definitely a good idea of this fight. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you have any special requests, let me know in the comments. Hopefully you will find this video helpful, and you can also feel free to join me in this stream, which is twitch.tv/Grimlok24. I try to stream every night, so I hope to see you there. And yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.